right. I can be late cause I'm taking my time. I can be driven.
Hi guys, I'm Joy, a medical technologist from the Philippines who loves to travel. Last October, my family and I flew to Hong Kong and spent 5 days and 4 nights exploring the city with a side trip to Macau. So I'll be taking you through our itinerary, expenses, and some memorable moments from the trip. We had a 3 p.m. flight, so we started our day early and headed straight to Naiya. I always allot 3 to 4 hours for international flights para iwas stress, and if it's your first time flying, I'll give you a quick walkthrough sa process. So first, we paid for the travel tax, which is 1,620 pesos. Just present your passport and plane tickets, and then we proceeded to the baggage drop. Onti lang yung tao that time, so it was pretty quick, and then we headed to immigration. Ayan, may pa-coaching pa po tayo.
Sumunod kayong dalawang accommodation mo, Wang Chai po at Wang Chai.
Ano ba itong mga nagre-review pa? Since ako nagplano ng entire trip, wala talaga silang alam kung saan pupunta or saan kami magsistay. So, inorient lang namin sila ng slide. But, pagdating naman sa immigration, they catered us as a group. Kaya wala din naman tanong-tanong. I'll just present on the screen kung ano yung mga prepare ko na documents just in case. But ayun nga, wala naman masyadong questions. Tinanong lang kung sino yung mga kasama and how are we related. Then, we ate lunch at Tapa King and nagkape muna kami sa Seattle's Best while waiting for our boarding time. By the way, quick share lang, yung hand carry backpack ko for this trip is from Bagsmart and sobrang ganda niya. It's really convenient for airport days since kasya lahat ng essentials ko, may organized compartments, and may slot pa for my laptop. And ayun na nga, it's finally time to board, so let's fly to Hong Kong.
At some point, I started getting perceived as a grown-up. Yeah, it snuck up on me. I remember days on the back of the school bus making up us.
After clearing immigration, we stopped by the Hong Kong Tourism Board where we claimed some free vouchers for their event. Although hindi na namin nagamit since our schedule was already packed, but you can stop by here if you want to check out their offers. After claiming our luggage, we withdrew some cash at HSBC. I really recommend using GCash or Maribank for withdrawals because the exchange rates are much better. From there, we followed the signs to the bus terminus and we hopped on a city bus to Wan Chai where our Airbnb was located. So we took the A11 bus and the fare was 42 HKD, and depending on your location, there are a few other bus routes you can take as well. And sobrang bilis ng bus nila. Our ride took around 40 to 45 minutes and walang traffic nun. Nga pala, for our data, we bought an eSIM on Cloak. Good for 5 days na yun for only 400 plus pesos and nag-hotspot na lang kami. It worked well naman the whole trip, both in Hong Kong and Macau.
I could still be childish. 'Cause now life's got me so stressed. Just wanna play on my DS. No way of knowing what comes next. Just wanna be childish.
Quick Airbnb tour naman tayo. Hindi pala ako nakapag-film in landscape, so this will do. We stayed in 2 Airbnbs during our trip, and for the first 3 nights, we stayed here in Wan Chai. And accommodation in Hong Kong is super pricey. This one cost around 14,000 pesos per night. But we really loved how cozy this apartment was. It's a 3-bedroom unit that can comfortably fit up to 7 people. It has 1 bathroom, and take note guys that most bathrooms here have no bidets, kaya bring a tabo or a portable bidet. The kitchen is fully equipped with a fridge, microwave, and other kitchen essentials, so you don't have to worry about that. And what I love most about this place is the location. It's right next to the trams, a 7-Eleven, it's close to a welcome market, and just a 4-minute walk to the Wan Chai MTR, so it's really convenient if you want to explore the city. Now, on to day 2, our Disneyland day. Ito talaga yung pinaka-inaabangan namin for this trip. By the way, dito pa lang kami bumili ng octopus cards since we wanted a non-tourist one. From there, we took the MTR from Hong Kong Station to Sunny Bay, then transferred to the Disneyland Resort line. And the whole trip took around 30 to 40 minutes, and the fare was roughly 25 to 30 HK. And finally, we're here! We booked our Disneyland tickets through Klook, and it made everything super seamless. We just presented our QR code and scanned it at the entrance, and then we're in! Now, when it comes to food, we all know how expensive it is in Disneyland, so it's nice to know that outside food is actually allowed. So we brought onigiris and boiled eggs, plus our own water bottles since may free water stations naman around the park. For early dinner naman, we ate at the Royal Banquet Hall. We booked this meal voucher on Klook and it comes with a lunch or dinner set plus snack. For snacks, we got some popcorn, kaya sobrang sulit talaga ng meal voucher na to. We had tier 2 tickets, but honestly, the lines weren't that bad. We checked the queue times and show schedules using the Disneyland app, so make sure that you download it because it helps a lot. At night, Nicole and I watched the Halloween special since we went on October nga. Pero sila tita nakaupo na sa viewing spot namin for the momentous night show kasi pagod na din sila. And finally, it was time for the most awaited show. Double check nyo pala sa app yung showtime since nag-iba-iba pala to per night.
Welcome one and all. It's time for the most magical party of all. Biggity, bobbity, boo!
And that concludes our day 2. So my favorite rides were Mystic Manor, It's a Small World, and Hyperspace Mountain. Lalo na yung last kasi binalibag talaga kami doon and nakakatakot talaga siya, but it was fun. It was a really exhausting day but so worth it. And grabe talaga yung momentos. Nakailang wow kami throughout the entire show kasi ang ganda talaga. And I'm honestly just so grateful that I got to experience all of this with my family kahit most of the time gusto lang nilang umupo at mag-CR as mga tanders. Our day 3 started chaotic kasi muntikan na kami maiwan ng ferry to Macau. Well, actually, naiwan na nga kami but thankfully we were able to hop on the next scheduled ride. Kaya tuloy pa rin ang day trip namin to Macau. Free lang pala tong ferry ride na to via Turbojet and you can check their website for more details or watch my detailed guide on TikTok. Macau is often called the Las Vegas of Asia because of its casinos, but there's so much more to it than that. It's actually a former Portuguese colony and a special administrative region of China, which is why you'll see a unique mix of European and Chinese culture everywhere. What makes Macau very convenient for travelers is that it's only about an hour away from Hong Kong, making it a popular and easy day trip. Upon arrival, we rode a free shuttle bus to the Grand Lisboa and nasa second floor yung exit na to, and we just followed the signs to the hotel shuttles. We arrived at Grand Lisboa, one of Macau's most iconic landmarks and casino hotels. It's known for its lotus-inspired design and it's located near Macau's historic center, making it a good starting point for walking tours to the Senado Square. After a short 10-minute walk, we arrived at Senado Square, and this is really giving European vibes. Ang gaganda ng buildings, and here you'll find lots of shops, cafes, and restaurants. And madaming photo spots here, so definitely take your time. Mura din pala yung mga sapatos dito, so definitely check those out as well. Finally, we're here at the ruins of St. Paul's, one of Macau's most famous landmarks. This was originally a 17th century Portuguese church, and nung time ng visit namin, it was under renovation, but it was still really, really beautiful. Another spot you must not miss is the Love Lane, which is located on the left side of the ruins of St. Paul's, and it's a little street with pastel-colored buildings, and it's definitely a great photo spot. After exploring, we stopped for lunch at a local restaurant, and a tip for travelers in Macau is that you can usually pay with Hong Kong dollars, and it's a 1-to-1 conversion, which makes things super convenient. After lunch, we headed to the Cotai Strip, so we rode the bus and paid 6 MOP. We just used Google Maps to see which bus to ride, and the Cotai Strip is Macau's version of the Las Vegas Strip, and here you can see the Londoner, the Venetian, and the Parisian. Lahat ng to walking distance lang from each other, and at night, the whole area looks even more magical with all the lights. Inside, you'll actually find tons of shops, restaurants, and really beautiful architecture, and walking around these resorts is an experience in itself. After exploring, we headed back to the Londoner since this is where the free shuttle bus to the HZMB Macau port departs. And that wraps up our Macau day trip. Macau is definitely a must visit, and I would love to stay here longer next time to explore even more. Once at the departure hall, we bought our bus tickets for the Golden Bus for 65 MOP, and the ride took around 40 to 45 minutes to cross over to Hong Kong. From the HCMB Hong Kong terminal, you can either take the Airport Express or a city bus to your destination. Since our Airbnb was in Wan Chai, we hopped on the A11 bus, just tapped our Octopus card, and the ride took another 40 to 45 minutes. Now it's time for dinner, and we're here at Ichiran in Mongkok, and this was my first time trying Ichiran, and it honestly lived up to its hype. Ichiran is a famous Japanese ramen chain known for its rich tonkotsu broth and solo dining experience, so we ordered through scanning a QR code, and here you can customize your ramen from noodle firmness to the spice level. Super tasty and comforting. Although medyo pricey siya here in Hong Kong, it's definitely worth it for a special treat after a long day of exploring.
Time will tell what we were needing. Did you think no one would ever notice? I was scared that you were nothing.
Now for our last full day in Hong Kong, kasi in day 5 we just traveled back to Manila. So we plan to explore the city a bit more this day, but first we grabbed breakfast at Yoshinoya. Mura lang yung Yoshinoya here, and it was a really filling breakfast. And after breakfast, we rode the bus to Hong Kong Park and made our way to the Peak Tram. We booked our tickets on Klook, so we were able to skip the long lines and got straight to the tram.
And there's nothing to say, so I conversate with my cover.
The Peak Tram takes you up to Victoria Peak, giving you amazing views of the city. And just a tip, make sure that you sit on the right side when going up and sit on the left when going down to enjoy the views better. Medyo nakakangalay lang nga siya sa leeg kasi sobrang steep talaga ng dadaanan nyo. But sobrang ganda talaga ng views. We really enjoyed our time there. Dito rin pala located yung Madame Tussauds if you want to visit that, pero hindi na kami nag-avail nun. At the peak, you can also find cafes, souvenir shops, and places to just sit and relax, and it's honestly such a great spot to unwind. Our ticket also comes with an access to the Sky Terrace, and grabe talaga, sobrang ganda ng Hong Kong. You get a 360-degree view of Hong Kong from the skyline to the harbor, and it's honestly one of the best viewpoints in the city.
Baby, I wake up a little lonelier, and there's nothing to say, so I conversate with my covers. They said get your ass up, you a lonely fuck.
Then we headed back to our Airbnb to move to our last day, this time in Yau Ma Tei. This area felt a lot more lively, malapit siya sa ladies market, sneaker street, and with more restaurants nearby. I highly recommend staying here if you want a more vibrant neighborhood. The place was brighter, cozy, and fully equipped too. It also comes with 3 bedrooms, 1 bathroom, a kitchen, and it's good for 7 people again.
More, that's a bet, but I was hoping springtime to see you in a sundress. Shed your light a little more, cause I'm growing, but I don't know.
After settling in, we explored Ladies Market and Sneaker Street. Hindi na ako masyado nakapag-video here kasi sobrang crowded and chaotic, but it was a fun experience just walking around. Later that night, we went to Victoria Harbour and the Avenue of Stars to watch a symphony of lights. The skylines were beautiful and it was nice to see the buildings light up at night. Plus, the weather was also really nice that day. Although don't expect much lang sa symphony of lights, yun na talaga yun.
Baby, I wake up a little lonely, yeah. And there's nothing to say, so I conversate with my covers.
To end the night, we went back to Mongkok to try the famous dim dim sum, and this was definitely one of the best meals we had in Hong Kong. Everything we ordered was so good and sobrang sulit. I suggest that you try their dumplings. Lahat talaga masarap.
Things ain't looking the same as they were in the summer. Baby, I wake up a little lonely.
That's everything that we did in Hong Kong and Macau. I didn't get to film our last day since it was mostly travel back to Manila, but honestly, this trip was more than enough. Being able to explore new places, try amazing food, and create memories is something I'll always be grateful for. Finally, here's a breakdown of all our expenses for this trip. I hope this vlog helped you in some way, and I'll see you next time.